Okay, this is Computer Bob, and I'm going to give you a really quick lesson in Excel. Excel, you can put in either text or you can put in numbers, and I'll show you this. I'm going to just call this my quick Excel tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to just put, let's say I wanted to do grades, and I just have to double click up there and I can back off, hit grades, and I just put in Bob, Tom, and Sam, and Mary. And then I'm going to put some numbers in here. I'll just put some random numbers in here. Okay, oops. Now, I put this in the wrong column. I can take this and highlight that, and you see how it turns into double arrow like that? I can drag that down here and then it just goes down there. So that's how I would do that. Now Tom, and let's say I wanted to do G1 here. And if I put G1 here, you see where it turns to the black plus sign? It knows that if I have G1 there, that the next cell is going to be G2, G3, G4, and G5. I don't have to put those, and it's not aligned up to the numbers, so I'm going to right justify this up in here. Now this is an older version of Excel, but all of these buttons are the same in any Microsoft products. You can find the ones you need. So I got G1, G2, G3, G4, G5, and the longest part of this will just be putting in the grades. Now I'm just going to stop this and get these in here, and then I'm going to start it again. So while you're gone, I put in some numbers here, and I put the average, the sum, the maximum, and the minimum. Now what I would like to do before I put in these average or show you these formulas, I am going to adjust the columns, and you just drag the column to adjust it. Now most people know that, but did you know that this column, see I'm highlighting up in the columns up here. I'm not highlighting here, but I'm highlighting up here. 1, column 2, 3, 4, and then if I adjust one of them, all of those will adjust. So that's not many people know how to do that. So I've got those all adjusted. Now, and you can adjust these columns too by just dragging on the numbers here in the, I call it the blue-gray area out here. Okay, so if we want to do the equal average, there's an average formula up here, but I just like to type the word equal, and I start typing average, and you see where it appears right here. Now if I hit tab, all I have to do is highlight what I want to average and hit enter. Okay, I'm going to do that with a sum. Equal sum, you see where it says sum right here? That means that I can hit tab, and it puts in the bracket thing, and I just highlight it, and I don't have to put the ending bracket on there. I can just hit enter. So that's the sum of all those numbers. Then the maximum number in that line, which would be 99, I would do equal max, and you see where it says see max right there? I hit tab, highlight my range. This is the range. These are the numbers I want to do the maximum. I don't want to include the average and the sum, just these here, and I hit enter, and 99 is the largest one. And then the min equals min. You see it shows up here. Hit tab, I highlight the range, and I don't want to include these. I just want this range right here, and I just hit enter. So 79 is the smallest number here. Now this is what's cool. I can highlight these, and since these formulas I want to copy them down, I go to this. The black plus sign is really important. That means it's going to copy down those formulas. So you got to you highlight, and you do them all at once, or you can do one at a time. I could do one at a time, but I can highlight all of them, drag it down, and wham, there's all the averages. And you notice the average has a decimal there. The decimal point thing is up here. I can either have them all be decimals or no decimals or 2 decimals or whatever. Those are the decimal things. I'm so professional in my speech, but you get the idea. So my average, I'm going to have 1 decimal in there. Okay, let's do the same thing here. Equal sum, tab, highlight the range, hit enter. Equals average, there's the word average right there. See it? You hit tab, highlight the range, hit enter. Max equal max, tab, highlight the range, hit enter. Equals min, tab, highlight the range, hit enter. Then all we have to do is drag it from the corner. See the plus sign, the little black plus sign? Wham, wham, wham. We don't need to find the average. We'll just go to there. And now the average is going to be kind of goofy. We'll make that, we'll go up to the decimal points and we'll just make it 1 decimal. We could do 2 decimals. If you ever make it too large where these number signs, that means the columns aren't wide enough. We'd have to adjust the column. Or we can just reduce the decimal places. If you get a bunch of number signs in there, it means your column is not large enough. So if I collapse this down, you see all the number signs? It doesn't have room for those. That's why it does that. Okay. Now, what else do we need to know right here? Okay, the last thing I'm going to show you in this tutorial is this quick Excel tutorial. I can center this across the whole thing right here, so it's right dead center here. You do not hit the center button. That is not it. There's another button over here. It's called Merge and Center, and Merge and Center will put it right in the middle. And it's just a toggle switch. Off, Merge and Center is on. Then if I wanted to shade that, the shading buttons are here. If I wanted to have the averages in red, I could do that. If let's see, I could take these grades right here and I could put borders, all borders around them, a thick border around them, and I'm just going to say all borders. Now this thing right up here, I might just want to do one thick border around the outside. Okay? And then down here, same thing, I'll just go back to the all borders. And I could put a little bit of razzle dazzle in here, maybe make that like that. And then one thing that's kind of cool too, this little paintbrush, it paints the format. So when I clicked, if I do Control Z, it undoes what I just did. I clicked a cell and I'd hit the paintbrush, and that format that's right here will go into here, right in that one. Okay, and then let's say in here I just want to make this black and then have a thick border around the outside. Okay, so that's Excel tutorial, and I'll put number 1. Alright, stay tuned for more of these, and I hope you enjoyed that.